Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'm bringing you another triple reaction to Need to Breathe. We're first going to check out Who Am I, followed up by I Am Yours, and then end the triple reaction off with Washed by the Water. And it's kind of funny when I think of the first two songs in this song set today, because Who Am I? It's like the question, and then the second song, I Am Yours, feels like the answer to that question. I know, Craig, you like to make your requests and recommendations, very deliberately. So let me know if that was part of your consideration here. So we've got the question and answer back to back, and then ending off with what, in my mind, I immediately think of Washed by the Water being sort of a cleansing or maybe even a baptism. But I suppose we'll find out when the lyrics hit us. But before we do dive in here, a massive thank you goes to Craig the Amazing for his generous donation request and the 3 selections today. And I noticed, Craig, you also mentioned that these songs are in particular very melodic, which always piques my interest. And honestly, you probably didn't even have to say anything about these songs being melodic, because knowing that it's Need to Breathe, I expect the songs to be melodic. But regardless, I appreciate you, and I'm excited to check these out today. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The harmonious oohs are in.
White lies and desperation, hard times and conversations. No one,
Dude, Bear, man.
should ever love me like you do.
I'm so impressed by his vocal control, always.
Sometimes my bad decisions define my false suspicions. No one should ever love me like you do.
No one should love me like you do. Wow.
While I'm on this road, you take my hands.
That's a sad thought.
You really love who I really am. I push you away, but still you won't let go. You grow your roses on my barren soul.
Oh,
Sweet love by you,
I love that building.
sweet love by you,
Like, what a peak of a moment that was.
sweet love by you.
Wow. And wow, those lyrics, who am I to be loved by you? Almost this disbelief in the self, acting as though he is unlovable. And that is a really sad belief to have of yourself, that one is unlovable. And it is all too common for us to feel these ways. I certainly have felt this way in my life, where I viewed myself as so flawed, riddled with issues, that if somebody were to love me, maybe they're the flawed one, because I know internally how flawed I am. And the thing about acceptance and love is we love each other despite our flaws, and actually we love each other because of our flaws. We see the humanity in one another rather than looking for perfection, whatever that may be. Who am I? It's always a journey to discover that. And if somebody loves me for who I really am, or without them knowing who I really am, still put in their best effort to love me more, my God, don't let that go.
Last night, confidence was shaking. My wounds and my past was saying, no one should ever love me like you do.
This chord progression in the piano is so
While
nice.
I'm on this road, you take my hands on how you really love who I really am.
Wow.
I push you away, still you won't let
It's like his inner world chanting it. Who am I?
What you had to see. I'm a train wreck, got my mess to see the best and the worst of me. Still I can't match that I've earned your trust, and I don't understand where your love comes from.
He's literally a bear. He embodies the ferocity, the roar.
Do we love by you? Oh, do we love by you? Do we love by you? Yeah, do we love by you? Do we love by you? Oh, do we love by you? Do we love by you?
Oh. Oh my God. Need I say it? I loved that. Oh, I love Bear's voice, man. I've said it before, I will always say it again, but he has such a lovely, powerful, emotive voice. To control it in the lows, right, when he wants to make it a bit more sparse, a bit more breathy, that is very difficult in and of itself. But then to gradually raise the temperature, increase his volume, get louder, and still have his voice be as clear as it is, even when there is that added grit, is all very impressive. I mean, you can go on and on about his vocals, but of course you always have to pair that with the message of this song. And I really love the kind of pairing of the backing vocalists here, all just echoing that who am I, because it literally feels like whatever thoughts are going on in the brain of Bear, this who am I, who am I, who am I, it's getting repeated, almost hammered down. And so often we can bring ourselves into a negative spiral because we don't quite know all the answers. And if we feel our inner world shaking, whether it's through anxiety or fear, lack of confidence, whatever it may be, then the questions, the self-doubt starts to creep in, and then those voices get louder and louder. But Bear sings above all of that. He gets louder than those voices because he knows that staying locked inside is going to prevent him from receiving the love that he actually is deserving of. There was this really amazing quote. I heard it in like it was like in a YouTube web series, where on this date, this woman, like the guy was basically like almost like letting her down. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be good for you. I don't think I can give you what you deserve. Sort of like disqualifying himself from the date. And this woman really liked this guy. And I thought what she said as a response was so profound. She said, I appreciate you, but I decide what I deserve. And that is so true. We all get to choose what we deserve. We accept the treatment of others onto us, or we can reject it. If there's love that we deserve, we have to wait for it. We don't have to force it to happen. But the thing is, we have to love ourselves to be able to properly receive the love of others. The self-doubt creeping in, it makes sense, but it does kind of stand in our own way too. And there are people who are lights in our life who reveal to us that no, you are actually deserving of all of the love and more than you think is possible to be given to you, and given to you not from somebody else necessarily, but even from yourself. I love that. Love the start to this. So we got the Who Am I? Let's check the next song out here, I Am Yours. The tentative response to the question. We'll see.
Sometimes I'm under starlit sky, but I'm feeling more like dirt. How do I forget so fast who you are and what that's worth? 'Cause there's an evidence of you in every corner of this life. So why do I still try to prove that I don't deserve
Wow, they are linked. The songs are perfectly linked. Yeah. He's literally like, why am I disqualifying myself from you when I am yours? I am for you. There's like a tendency, and I just like thought about this specific moment in my relationship where this is like I think year and a half ago, and it was in a situation where we just had like a mild disagreement, and I thought what was better for the situation was just for me to remove myself, not necessarily break up or anything like that, but just to bring myself away from the situation, because I felt like whatever, tumult I had caused even in that moment was too much. I caused too much destruction or whatever, and stepping away from it would help alleviate. But in reality, stepping away would be the problem. When things are made worse momentarily, it's when you have to reaffirm the love you have for one another. Obviously, it depends on the dynamic in your relationship. But I know for me, stepping away, isolating myself, that never works. I always want to be connected and close, even when there is disagreement.
To the table by your side, 'cause I am yours, and you will always be mine. I'm a man whose one ambition is to dance with my divine, 'cause I am yours, and you are mine.
Wow. All of those fast subdivisions underneath the slow waves of his voice. Yours just resonates. Literally screamable from the rooftops off the edge of a cliff.
Don't let the rain come, 'cause we got our reservations, but the water that we need is bound to overtake us. If I had to write a story of the greatest love in time, I would have to sing of you, how I miss branching your
You hear the arpeggios under. It's like the primal chanting from that cliffside. Reminds me of Aurora, actually. Oh my gosh, all of these songs always climb and climb in their intensity. That was awesome. And I mean, I sort of like, I guess I like weirdly enough predicted the Who Am I Am Yours connection, because it literally, even lyrically now with these two songs, it feels so connected, because the Who Am I self-doubt, but I am yours answering that self-doubt and saying, no, even though I don't know who I am, maybe internally, I know that I am for you, and that gives me enough vision for what needs to be done for our shared future. Instead of allowing myself to be by myself, by removing myself from the situation, I look at us as a collective, and me being an asset in your life and you being an asset in mine, and us positively reinforcing the good habits and the love that we share for one another, not only in the relationship, but independently. And I think I brought this up on the channel at various points, but I'll bring it up here. In relationships, I've heard a great plethora, as I'm sure you may have, of all the different relationship advice out there. And something that I think deserves to be re-examined, if you haven't thought about it, is this idea of independence, codependence, and in the middle is interdependence. Independence would be you two in the relationship have separate lives. You are, even though together, you still operate from a place of your actions aren't impacting the others in the same way. You may make decisions that may be adverse to you staying together. Codependence would be the other extreme, where you are so reliant on the other person that you both are never detached or capable of detaching from one another, and the heaviness that you both will carry with one another brings you down. It's codependence. Interdependence is sort of the sweet baby child of both of those things, where you are healthily dependent on your partner, and you can also stand on your own 2 feet, and really you're multipliers to one another. You make each other's lives better. And these two songs paired together exemplify that idea, because who am I? As an independent person, I may be failing on my own, and I may not be the best for another. But realizing later I am yours, it shows me that I have a purpose that is larger than myself. I can serve the relationship rather than me as an individual. It's just an interesting way to reframe these ideas. I really like these songs, if you couldn't tell. Let's check out the last one here, shall we? Washed by the Water. I think I liked Who Am I just a little bit more. Probably by like 10%. It's meditative. Oh, that's unique. Listen to those harmonies. Like gospel. Feels larger than life. I like that. Oh, it's like feverish when it gets up there. I like that. Like I'm in church right now. That's powerful stuff. it just like brings your soul up here. The electric guitar, bro. Oh yeah. So smooth.
Daddy was a preacher, and she was his wife.
Wow.
Just trying to make the
All the swag has just entered this song.
people started talking, just to hear their own voice. And those people tried to tease my mama, saying they made the wrong choice. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm goes on, I am washed by the water. Even when the rain falls, even when the flood starts rising, even when the storm goes on, I am washed by the water. Even when the earth comes under my feet, even when the ones I love turn around and crucify me, I won't ever, ever let you down. Oh, boy, I won't fall as long as you're.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, I like this. Just peeling off all the layers and just handing it to electric. Oh, just let the feel ride here. Oh. Oh, it didn't give us the full drop yet. Love this flow that we found. It's remarkably measured. It's like super tight guitar work, actually. Wow. I love the dynamics, just pulling it back down again. Oh. Feels like the cleansing is happening, you know? We're right in the palm of their hands in this moment. Wow, pulling it back down again, dude. Wow.
Have mercy.
This is my favorite out of the three. great guitar work.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me. Have mercy. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me. Have mercy.
Yeah, loved the vibe in this one. As I'm listening, especially to Washed by the Water, I'm reminded of there's a song by Rag and Bone Man called Human. I reference that song specifically because I don't know much more of Rag and Bone Man's discography, but Human, that song in particular, I get so many of the notes of that song in what we heard here with Washed by the Water. I love the gospel feel in the beginning. It is just so large. Everything is so well supported. You really like hit those highs early on. And the cool part of the song is the dynamics get turned down again, almost as if the metaphorical cleansing is happening. And we just get to exist in this chill space, hearing the guitar chords being strummed out at, rhythmic cadences. And then it gets quieter again. Maybe it gets a little bit louder, and then it pulls right down again, making each and every single incremental step towards the end with the huge guitar solo, and then Bear and crew starting to sing again, making that moment stand out even more. In terms of just like the dynamics across all of these three songs today, I would definitely give it to Washed by the Water. My bias towards electric guitar will always will always show its face here, so I may have to just give it to Washed by the Water on maybe all of the accounts that I could think of in this moment. It's such a good song, and songs too about resilience, they have this like almost baked in feeling of strength to them. That's what this song kind of exemplifies to me. As I listen, it is just so well supported in the beginning, and then you're just allowed to marinate and turn over, and almost like how like a snake sheds their skin and then becomes fresh, becomes brighter. We come on to the other side with a newfound sense of self. And maybe that's what all of these songs, if we're going to draw the parallels in all three of these tracks today, may be resembling. This idea that we may view ourselves in a certain light beforehand, but with strength, resilience, confidence in the self, and love, you can be the stronger, more loving, stable version of yourself at the end of it all. I've heard this expression, baptism by fire, which doesn't necessarily relate to here. There's more of a baptism by water and experience, but I think it still applies in some metaphorical senses. But love these songs today. Let me know what your thoughts are on these tracks here. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment for the algorithm, or if you'd like to make a request yourself, you can do so by hitting the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.